happening, everyone? Chris here, Steve here.
What's up?
Rebel Wealth Radio coming at you live. Good to see you guys. I always say good to see you guys. I can't see nobody. It's just a radio show.
Well, I see you.
Well,
yeah,
I see you. Good to see you, Steve-O. Good to see you.
And we're glad you're here.
Glad you're here. Glad you're listening. Hey, everyone. So today we're just kind of talking about being thankful and what that looks like in life in general. So being thankful for your journey, man. Journey. You say, peace be at a journey.
Yeah.
Peace be at a journey. That's my attempt at a Jamaican accent.
I think it's pretty good, actually. I was impressed.
Andy, is it good? It's great. He gives me the thumbs up. He says, it's great. Yeah. So thankful, man. What are you thankful for, Steve?
Dude, I'm thankful for all the easy stuff. You know, of course.
I love easy.
Yeah.
Hey, what if I did this whole podcast in my Jamaican accent?
Yeah, I think you should. I would be thankful.
I don't think I could do it.
Now banned in Jamaica, Rebel Wealth Radio.
Rebel Wealth Radio.
Yep. No, it's easy to be thankful for, you know, the houses and the cars and the great family, the great
material
wife.
stuff.
But it is hard, and you touched on it right before we got on. It's hard to be thankful for the ending of a relationship that you thought was the best thing in the world. Or, you know, not just girls, but, you know, friends and everything else. But that you can look back and be very thankful, you know, for the unanswered prayers. Yeah,
you know, in the last 4 years of my life, I've had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of downs actually. And you know, I look back now where I'm at today, and I'm thankful for those because I think it's not realistic, Steve, to have a mindset of when you're going through it to be thankful. Ooh. It's that, like, I think expecting somebody to be thankful in the midst of, because I know, like, okay, think about it from a biblical standpoint, right? Like, God tells us to be thankful in our struggles, in our trials. He tells us that. But, like, we as people just don't have that capability. At least, you know, I'll say, like, if you're going through it, it's hard. And through my life and your life, and we grew up very similar, and we have a lot of the same, like, you know, stories growing up. Like, it's hard to be thankful when you're going through hard stuff. It's like, you know, I'm thankful that I don't have any food today. Like, I'm thankful, you know, it's hard. But I think if you look back and the things you go through them, you realize you get through everything. And when you get through it, it's like, okay, like, and then it's really, what did you learn in those times? And then that's what you're thankful for. It's not that, like, not necessarily the trial in and of itself, but it's what you learn and gain out of the trial.
And what you did. Like, what were you able to accomplish coming from there? Like, one of the things that I'm most grateful for is my lowest point in life, my rock bottom.
And what was that?
My rock bottom was starting over again, losing, you know, half of your stuff. Knowing you got to sell the house, not having enough food to get by, and thank God, you know, that I dove into books instead of into, you know,
alcohol,
depression.
drugs.
Yeah, anything,
absolutely.
Right? I dove in. I started searching for, you know, okay, this is bad. What am I going to do about it? You know, how am I going to get this fixed? And so much strength.
Yeah, and I think that's important too. Is like when you realize that you even in troubles and trials, you have choices.
Yeah, you do.
Gosh, you have choices, right? So you can choose the path of, okay, I'm gonna go like what you did. I'm gonna pick up books and I'm gonna grow and I'm gonna learn how to get out of this situation and never be back in this situation. Or you can be like, well, crap, this sucks. So, you know, hand me that bottle of JD and I'm going to get, you know, just slam this every day. So you have choices, right? And you can choose how you want to take how you want to come out of whatever circumstance you're in, right? And I think that separates, you know, the strong from the weak. Let's just call it what it is, you know? And people always give me crap because, you know, it's like, you always like make mention that, you know, people are weak. No, that's the thing is, like, if you're that person, you're that person. Like, I'm telling you, you don't have to be.
No,
you don't have to be. Just, you know, like, it's not like it's a DNA thing, right? Nope. It's not a genetic thing. Oh, my dad's weak, so I'm weak. My mom's weak. So, no, it's a choice, man. And I say that because I've been through crap. Yep. I've been through a lot of crap, and I make the choice to be strong. And it's not like, you know, I would say, by nature, I am a little more, like, I have a little more of that than maybe someone else is just not naturally like that. I'm more of a pit bull.
If you are, it's a choice.
Yeah, but I am choosing that because I could choose to be like, woe is me. Woe is me. But I don't. So, And then I look back and I'm thankful for choosing that. I'm thankful that I choose the path of fight, drive, and learn.
I'm also thankful for, in the lowest points of my life, I had good family and good friends.
That's huge.
You know, so
that's huge.
Having the right people around me, you know, reminding you that, because from an outside view, even when you think your world's falling apart, other people can see the blessing in it. You know, they can say, you know,
and that's the thing is outside perspective. They look in and they're like, hey, dude, and I think about this. I've told this to people. I'm like, you know, I'm at a place in my life where I literally wake up every day with so much joy. I'm so happy. Like, my life is great. It's amazing. And that when I say that, guys, I'm not saying that I don't deal with troubles. I still deal with troubles, but guess what? I view them differently. You know why I view them differently is because I've been through shit and I'm where I'm at today and I'm okay. And I can look and say, listen, I look at my truths. What are my truths? Life is great. I'm going through a little bump right now, but this is a moment and I'm gonna get through it and it's gonna be great. And what am I gonna learn out of it? So, you know, I think, you know, that's what separates that is like, hey, you're not without troubles, but it's like people, I would tell people like from the outside, gonna be like, listen, you focus on what your problem is right now. You're not seeing all of the great things you have. So focus on these and it'll minimize your problem so much. And I think if people actually took the time to slow down and say, okay, like if we did that, think about that. Think about how great this world would be and like how people would be if instead of we focus on all of the negative crap, right? Let's say that's real because it's real. We're not discounting it.
That part sucks. It's bad.
It sucks. It's bad. But what can I focus on over here that's great, right? Okay, so let's say, you know, work sucks right now, and you know, business is slow, or your boss is a dick, or whatever it is, right?
Yep.
But guess what? Okay, let's use that. I'm an employee, and my boss is a dick. I hate my boss. Okay. But I get to go home to an incredible wife who loves the hell out of me. And I'm not talking about me, guys. Like I'm saying, I am the boss, so maybe I'm a dick. But like I'm saying in general, right? I hate my job, but I get to go home to an incredible wife who loves me. You know, who's like wants to be my best friend, is my best friend, and all of that. That's so let me look at this, or let me look at this. Like, what am I going to focus on? I'm going to focus on this.
You're going to get more of what you focus on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't you ever, like, there's times when, like, I'm outside and I'm looking at everything around me and I'm like, man, it is so amazing to be alive right now, all the beauty around me, and I can't believe God has blessed me with all the things he has in spite of who I've been.
Dude, I say that all the time. I'm like, dude, I don't deserve one thing that God blesses me with. I mean, I'm just not deserving of it, and nobody is. But then you look at that and you're like, okay. Like, this is crazy.
I got it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty awesome. That's that attitude of gratitude. And I think this whole thing is a growth, because I know I was heavier on the focusing on what's wrong, you know, in my past when I was younger. And now, no matter what's going on, I try to focus on what's going right.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you start focusing on what's going right, the solutions to the what's going wrong seem to be easier to come to you. So I like to start my day, I like to start my day with the gratitude. You know, what am I grateful for? That's
so
part of my morning routine.
What are you grateful for?
But I'm grateful for the obvious. So I'm grateful for a wife that's tolerant and patient in spite of me and my shortcomings. I'm ultimately grateful for the children that I have, the direction they're going in, and I have a troubled child. I'm grateful for, you know, the material blessings, the houses, the cars, and all that, of course. But I'm also grateful for the growth and the struggles that I've had in my life. Times when I thought things were bad, you know, and you mentioned a little bit, but you know, the counting fish sticks days where I had to manage the amount of food I had left in the fridge because I didn't have any money left in the bank, you know.
Yep.
But those are the times that made me appreciate being able to eat wherever I want, whenever I want now.
And that's a huge blessing. Sorry, I got to send this quick email real quick.
No, you're good, man. That's what makes you an expert.
An expert, because in the middle of a podcast, I'm working.
And I'm choking to death.
Yeah.
So, but so being the grateful person with a grateful attitude just allows you to appreciate all the blessings in your life and not to diminish your struggles. Like, we all go through those really, really hard times and stuff. And if you can keep those people around you that don't pour you, you don't need those people when you're going through it. You need the people that are saying, hey, I know this seems bad, but that person that just stole that money from you, whatever, what a good time for them to get out of your life.
Yep.
They got 20 grand, but you don't want them around your life when that 20 grand could have been, 20 million.
Right, exactly. And then I think that I mean, you hit it right on the head. It's like, it's important I think it's all about perspective, right?
Definitely.
Like, I think that's the biggest thing, is just having the right perspective. And I always tell people, like, slow down.
Step back,
slow down. Like, take a step back and kind of look at your overall situation, and then, assess what because a lot of people just react, and they don't, when you react, you don't give yourself time to think about what you're grateful for, and thankful for.
Yep.
Is that the same thing? Grateful, thankful. I always say that. I was like, hey, what you're grateful and thankful for?
Yeah. I don't know if it's different.
What's the definition? Andy, do you know is the definition different? Grateful and thankful for over here sound like a dummy?
Yeah. Say there is. It doesn't, to me, it's
fine.
The same. Yeah. It's grateful or you're thankful.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyhow, what were we rapping about before? Oh, we were talking about cool runnings. Never mind. I was about to get back to the Jamaican thing.
You got to go for it. I'm grateful for it.
I'm grateful for Cool Runnings.
Yep.
You did see that movie.
I did see it, but I don't have the best memory, and I've probably seen it when it came out.
Dude, I'm like a movie person, but I'm not a critic by any means, but I'm grateful for my memory when it comes to movies.
Yeah. Kelly's got that same
I always got that same, like, my uncle and I will always joke. We'll, like, we'll say a line out of a movie, and we'll know exactly what movie that is, and comedy's always been a big, I've always been a huge fan of comedy. I love comedy. I love to laugh. Like, laughing is a part. I think everybody should spend a lot of time laughing in life.
People get too stressed out and too serious now, myself included. Like
we do. I think it's it's natural when you're in a professional industry like ours. Like, you have a lot riding on things, so you tend to do. I mean, I do too, but I try, man. I really try to just take the fun approach with everything.
Yeah, it's better. Like, don't you just naturally gravitate towards people that are happy and laughing and having a good time?
I always talk about this. I talk to Faith about this a lot. I'm like, it's crazy that you could have, no joke, you could have 4 people in a room busting up laughing, right? Mm-hmm. You can have one person come in and suck the life out of the room that is unhappy, that is down, that is, like, it's crazy that one bad apple, or whatever you want to call it, can suck the life out of 4 happy, fun, in verse where you don't see often one person that's down, Debbie Downer, and 4 people come in and then they start laughing. It's always the other way around, and it's crazy that the world is designed like that one, like, a person that can be so you just want to separate yourself from that. It's like,
protect your
I want to be
circle.
around people that are joyful, that are laughing, that are happy, because, like, life is short, man, and people are dying all over the place. You lose family members, you lose people to tragic accidents, all these things. I always say this. I've said this forever and ever and ever. It's like, dude, live today to its fullest. Like, I'm not saying don't plan for the future. I'm not saying don't save, don't dream, don't build an empire, build a legacy. I'm saying live every day to its fullest, because and make sure you're being very diligent and disciplined in eliminating the things in your life that hinder that. Right?
Yeah, that's our whole entire plan is based around living that perfect day every single day. Yeah. So, you got to understand, what is a perfect day for you? Where would you be? Who would you be around? How would you spend that day? And then how do you get to that point where you can spend every day just like that?
Right. Yeah, absolutely, man. And then you just keep, I think it's a discipline. It's a desire. And you have to want to choose, like, to get out of the woe is me and what don't I have? Where am I lacking in life? What don't I have in life versus what do I have? And I think for me, that's something that I do very, very well. Excuse me. Oh.
What was that?
A sneeze, I guess. It took like 3 minutes to sneeze. Like, oh my God, don't sneeze on a podcast. But it's like, I do that really well. I look at, like, okay, this is what I have to do. These are the things I have to focus on to be happy. Like, I'm going to focus on what I do have and not what I don't have. I still have goals. I still have aspirations. I still have achievements that I want to do, but like, where am I at today in life, and what do I have that's amazing, right?
Yep.
So amazing girl, amazing friends, amazing house, like job's incredible, like all these things that are amazing, you know.
You have all those amazing things because you don't accept less than that. Right?
That's true.
So we're not going to let people come in, and I think a lot of people they like the misery. Misery likes company, right? They say so. They want to be woe is me about everything, and they invite those people that support it to say, "Oh man, come here, let me hold you.
Yep.
You're so mistreated." Like, get those people out of your life. Get the people out there that call you out on your bull crap. Like, if I came in here and told you how sad and sappy I was, and how everything sucks, you wouldn't tolerate that.
No, not at all.
No. Surround yourself with people that are actually tell you how it is and help you to see the beauty in your life and the things that are going great, and get you away from that staying in your pathetic space.
Yeah, exactly. And you want to eliminate that out of your life, and it's just like you are in control of what you allow to infiltrate your life.
Yeah.
You are in control of that. And, you know, I'll find myself sometimes, like, I've sometimes allowed things into my life that I shouldn't, you know. And
for a minute.
And then I'm like, nope, not doing it. Move on, you know. So sometimes you make changes in your life, and you do things that you have to do to keep your life where you want it. And sometimes they're hard choices and decisions, but you got to do them. You got to do them. So
living that life of gratitude, was that something that's always been like a grown up family value?
So I would say I've always been a happy person. Like, I've always, like, you know, I've always loved, like, to laugh. Like, I've always been very light, nonchalant, really carefree. That's always been me. I just, you know, I don't know. I that's how I'm wired. I'm wired to be that person, that fun, light, just carefree. I don't really care about a lot of things. Like, when I say I don't care, I'm not saying I don't care about people. I'm saying I just don't care. Like, I know everybody gets all worked up about the little things, and they get all stressed out over things. And I'm like, oh, well, that's life. Like, you could focus on it, or you can kick it in the ass and move forward. And that's what I choose to do. So I think I've had that approach in life pretty much my whole life. I've never really, like, lived the woe is me attitude. I just, you know, it ain't like I've always been successful. I haven't.
Had your struggles.
Yeah, I've had a lot of struggles.
I try to be intentional about it, like purposely reminding myself of what I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be, you know, I've even done posts where it's like the top 5 things I'm grateful for, you know, or definitely starting the morning about, you know, what am I grateful for, thanking God for it, and then starting the day that way.
Yep. Yeah, no, absolutely, man. And I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for our friendship.
Likewise.
I'm grateful for, you know, the years of support in business that you've given me, and I've seen, like, you know, a tremendous amount of growth in my business, and a lot of that is because of, you know, how you've poured into my life. And so, I'm just grateful for that. I'm grateful for, you know, the new friendships that God's put in my life. You know, some old friendships have went away, and that's okay. That's part of life. I'm grateful for the new ones too. And I'm just happy, man. I'm happy that life is where it's at, and by no means is it struggle free, but damn it, it's good.
It's so good.
So good.
It's so weird to think that we have all the people in our lives. You know, I got you guys now.
Yeah.
You know, just the relationships and stuff. Like, I always feel like, well, why me?
Well, that's the thing. Know? Yeah, it's like, I'm nothing special. I ain't done nothing to deserve any of this, and anyone can do what I do. You just have to put the time and the work in. You have to want it.
Yep, understood. Yep.
And then you got to be grateful for the challenges, folks.
That's the hard part, man. That's hard to be grateful for.
It is.
It's easy to look back.
It is easy to look back, but in the midst of them, it's definitely hard. I mean, I go through some stuff sometimes, or I have been through some. I'm like, why in the hell? Like, this is stupid. I don't want to do this. This sucks. So, and it's hard. But
what are you going through right now?
Oh shit! He just came at me with some personal like as far as the struggle goes.
Yeah, yep. I got some right now that I've been whining about for 2 weeks.
You know, I honestly, right now I would say, you know, so there's a decision that I'm kind of making that I'm in the midst of making right now. To kind of put me in a better situation, what I think for where I'm trying to go in life, it's not a struggle. I wouldn't say it's a struggle. It's just a decision. It's not a happy, fun, it's just a decision and choice I'm making, or that I'm, processing through right now. And, this is my 4th branch that I've managed, in the last, since like 2012 or whatever. And, I loved managing people and I loved building branches and stuff. But I think, this part of my career, I think I'm in the middle of processing whether or not to step down from management.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were even dealing with that.
Yeah, I hadn't talked to you about that yet. So
is it something you can be grateful for, this
trial?
I
think, obviously I'm praying about it. And it's nothing that anyone's asking. It's something that's me, it's personal, that I'm just like, I'm kind of processing where I'm at in life with my relationship, with my business, and where I want to go. And it just kind of, I think it's going to free me up a little bit to just focus on the things that right now I think are going to bring me the most joy and peace. And so for me, peace and simplicity in life, I think, is the biggest thing. I mean, like I said, I always talk about this, and I know people are listening and being like, dude, you're 40. Why do you always bring up the fact that you're 40 now? I'm like 65. Well, that's great. When I'm 60 years old, I want to be completely done working, and I have goals, right? So I have to start now putting things in place, implementing the things that I need to do to get to where I need to be. And I think right now, me taking on less responsibility as a manager, or from management, and kind of turning that over to Faith and letting her just run the office, I think is really going to free me up to do what I do best, man. And this is what I do best, is I originate loans at a high level, and that's what I want to focus on. So that is something that I don't think it's a struggle, but it's definitely a big decision right now, because I've, it's a big decision. So,
but focusing on it, can you be grateful going through this process?
Yeah, absolutely. Right? I think, and this is one thing that in this process I can actually be grateful for, because it's not really like a struggle. It's more of am I aligning myself up? Am I aligning myself with where I want to be goal wise, and where I want my where my future is leading? Is it going to help get me there? And at the end of the day, when we're making decisions and choices in life, those decisions and choices you make should be helping propel you and getting you to that next step, to getting you where you want to be, right? Those decisions that you're making, those choices that you're choosing, they should not be hindering you. They should be elevating you to that next step. So where someone might look at this and be like, dude, you're going to step down as a manager? Doesn't that mean you're taking that's like not elevating you? That's like a demote? No, it's not. Like, I'm looking at this as elevating me, because it's freeing up stuff that I do over here that does not generate what I need to do here to get to where I need to be up here.
Very good, man. That's either getting a little vulnerable right there. That's really going to help somebody, because they can say, oh, well, maybe I should be taking a step back.
Yeah.
Looking at all the opportunities. Am I spending my time where it's going to best benefit me and bring me closer to the goal? It's really good.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm going through the absolute worst thing in my entire life. It's the most painful thing. I built what I thought was a business, but it wasn't a business, because if I pull myself out of production, it goes away. It goes to
That's
crap.
not a business.
No, so I am not a systems and process guy.
Me neither.
But I have to wrap systems and processes around everything that I can, so that what I do daily can be duplicatable through a team, right?
Yeah.
So it's been brutally painful, and I say that, kind of jokingly, because looking at it that way right now while we're talking about it, it's just a thing.
It is, but I mean, it's a necessary thing.
Yep.
And it's brutal when you're going through it, but then it's like, once you implement the systems in place that you need, then it's like, boom, so
now I can grow.
I think that it goes back to what we're talking about. Like, okay, I could be grateful for these choices and decisions, because I see that they're going to elevate me to where I'm trying to go. And I think that separates people. So you think about this from somebody in a normal job, like outside of ours, right? They get a management position. That's a promotion to them. They're never going to look at that and go, well, I'm going to take a step back now. I'm in management, but this isn't really getting me to where I wanted to be. And so I need to go back to here to kind of get elevated to here, which is past this point over here. People are just like, that's what separates the people that make it, in the future to where they want to get goal wise. And then people that are like, okay, well, you have this title manager, and that means everything in the world to you, but it's going to hinder you from getting to president.
The ladder was against
what
the
about
wrong
that?
wall.
See?
Yep.
Yeah. You're going to go from manager to
Isn't
president.
it freeing looking at it from a grateful perspective?
Absolutely, yeah.
Talking through it.
And I think about, like, I'm grateful. I look at, okay, so you want to talk about grateful? I'm grateful for the 12 years of management I've been in.
There you go.
Because it's taught me a lot. It's taught me how to work with people. It's taught me how to, the differences in how people click and every person I've managed is different. They need something different. And so I'm grateful for that learning, that leadership. It taught me leadership. And I can, and here's what I do know. And this is a very, very real thing, guys. Although I may be removing the title of manager, I'm not removing the title of leader. I will still be a leader. I will still be a sought after person in the industry that I'm in, and I will still be a leader to my colleagues when they reach out and they need help and they have questions. Why? Because me having a title as manager doesn't take the years and years of knowledge and the proven track record I have of who I am and what I bring to the table. I will always be a leader.
Yep, and the two don't run together because you can have the title and
you can have the title and
leader.
not be a leader.
Yep.
I know plenty of people that have the title manager. They don't lead.
But we can be grateful for your time as a manager because it's going to give you the skills to support your wife as she grows through.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Yep.
Well, everyone, hey, thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate you guys always listening to our babble.
Yep.
And we love it. Hell, we're learning from each other every day. And definitely remember, everyone, peace be a journey. Cool runnings. All right, guys, take care.